Yes, Hurricane Danny has been the hot topic for us over the past weekend. The 5 a.m. update is in. It is hot off the presses. Hurricane Danny continues to weaken. We told you it was going to weaken as soon as it got closer to the Caribbean, and that weakening trend is starting right now. Max winds are now at 100 miles per hour, moving to the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour at a snail's pace. And over the next 24 hours, it will continue to be in this very harsh environment. So Hurricane Danny will be a Category 1 hurricane, barely a Category 1 hurricane by later on tonight. And by 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, it is back to its tropical storm status. From there, it continues to push to the west, and it loses its punch even more. And once we get to Wednesday and Thursday of next week, we are talking about the remnants of Hurricane Danny. Just 35-mile-per-hour wind speeds right here. And as it pushes to the west-northwest, it will continue to weaken and just fall apart, get shredded to pieces. And yes, that moisture, the remnants of Hurricane Danny, what's left of it, will kind of just flow into South Florida. It will help aid in some showers and thunderstorms towards the end of next week. But we don't have to worry about a depression, a storm, or a hurricane. So that's good news for you. Here's what Danny looks like on the tropical satellite image right here. Just a little flare-up of thunderstorms now. Not impressive at all. Yesterday, it was looking really impressive, but now not so much. We are watching other areas out there in the tropics. This area right here has been given a 30% chance of developing by the National Hurricane Center. The odds of this forming are quickly dwindling, so we're not expecting this to really form into anything. If it were, it's moving to the northeast away from us, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. Down here, farther out to the east towards the west coast of Africa and the Cape Verde Islands, we have these waves coming off the west coast of Africa, and these are the waves that we have to watch this time of the year, and models are indicating that some of these waves will actually pack a mighty punch, so we have to keep a keen eye out here to the eastern Atlantic. Here closer to home, live after 5 Max isn't showing anything at all. It is dry out there, looking good for you this morning. Go out on that morning jog. Looks a-okay. Temperatures are in the mid-70s across the Treasure Coast. They're in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees down here across the Palm Beaches. Vipercast shows that we will see some rain later on this afternoon. Nothing this morning, but once we get to about 1:30 this afternoon, the sea breeze fires up. It pushes down to the south and west towards Lake Okeechobee, and that's where all the thunderstorms will be confined to later on this afternoon. Then this evening and the overnight hours, we continue to be dry and we look pretty good. Highs today will be fairly uncomfortable. 93 degrees in West Palm Beach, 90 degrees in Fort Pierce, 92 degrees for you in Okeechobee, and 93 degrees for you in Belle Glade. Beach forecast is looking pretty good. Just wear that sunscreen. Sun will be out in full force for you today. Same goes for all you boaters, and make sure you drink plenty of water because it is going to be downright toasty this afternoon. High tide is at 2:08 this afternoon, and I'm thinking that today will be a good snorkel day, and today will be a good paddleboarding day too. So go out there, have at it. Tomorrow's forecast very similar, but it'll actually be drier than today. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look pretty good for us as well. The quiet weather pattern will continue, but once we get into Thursday and Friday, the moisture really increases, and that's when we see the heavy rain return to South Florida.